Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. You join us for this T20 match between Gujarat and Hyderabad. I'm Mike Atherton, and with me in the commentary box today is Mel Jones, Ali Mitchell, Ian Healy, and the Silver Fox himself, David Gower.
Thanks, others. We're almost ready to get underway. I've been down pitchside to look at the conditions. And the ground staff have set up a very fair wicket. Any lapse in concentration, though, and the wickets will tumble. So, probably worth having a bowl first. Beautiful clear conditions and not a chance of rain.
Thanks, David. We're going down to the middle now. The captains are ready for the toss.
Well, showing a lot of faith in this batting lineup. Going first on this pitch is either a masterstroke or a disaster waiting to happen.
Right, so we're ready to get underway. Always something special about that first delivery. It can really set the tone for the match.
Play, yes.
He was just a little bit too full, and it was beautifully timed.
A little short on that occasion. Needs to adjust the length slightly to be just a little fuller. Too short on this pitch, and as we've seen already, it makes it very easy to score.
Head shakes their head. It was there to be hit, but couldn't make the most of it.
Edge! What a ball! Huge shout. The bowler seems very confident with that one. Gone. It's a good catch.
Well, this is a fantastic wicket. Kept the runs down. Really didn't get settled. Looked to be in trouble, sadly, for most of the knock.
Couldn't get it through the field.
Not a great delivery, got it full, and lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
Yep. It mightn't get to the boundary, should at least get a couple.
Bowlers!
And they're away and nicely off the mark.
Yep. Just about timed that perfectly. A couple on offer here.
Really raced between the wickets after it was clipped away nicely behind square.
End of the over. 8 runs coming from it. Hyderabad are 1 for 8. The right-arm fast bowler is coming into the attack from the north end. Khan, the left-arm pace bowler, is coming into the attack from the north end.
Yep.
Nice shot.
There was minimal follow-through, just great timing to punch it through the field for 4.
Wait on.
Can't get that outside the ring field.
Wait there.
No runs on that occasion, got into position nicely, just too early on the shot. Couldn't find a gap.
Edge, unplayable.
Just can't seem to get the ball away. That's the 3rd dot.
A wonderful delivery to get the edge. You've got to keep hammering away at that spot time and again.
Yep, yep.
They'll push hard, should get back for 2.
Bowler!
Misses everything.
Good bowling.
Khan with a superb delivery. Got them trying to drive, but messing everything up.
Good bowling, kept it nice and tight, and made it hard to score runs. Great shot. Placement exquisite.
Threaded it through brilliantly. All timing on that shot.
I'd like to see them aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms. Picks the gap perfectly.
Got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot, good running.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here. There'll be one run here for them.
Wait.
Doesn't beat the infield.
Well, not a great delivery. Got it full. Lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
They'll get at least one.
Keeper's end.
Over. Hyderabad are 1 for 24. Khan from the north end. That's an unbelievable shot into the crowd.
Perhaps that slipped out of the hand a little during the release. Sharma didn't mind and sent it high and handsome over the boundary rope for 6.
Waiting.
Maybe they didn't pick it up. Very late on the shot.
Big edge. That's great fielding. That ball was flying. Let's see if they can get the ball up into the slot like before. So crucial to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure. The whole team goes up for that one. They feel pretty confident about this. Could well have been missing the stumps. Certainly wouldn't be the worst review.
Nothing picked up from the bat. This could spell trouble. How close is that? Could be the wicket. Nothing wrong with the impact. Would it hit the wickets, though? We won't be seeing a change of decision, just as we suspected, and they have to go now. A trudge back to the pavilion. A disappointing display in the end. For someone with such batting skills, this goes down as a fail.
It wasn't a great decision to start with. Not surprised to see the umpire's decision stand.
A little flick of the wrist to get it round the corner for an easy run.
That's a long way up. Is there anyone there to catch it?
Just missed the line, not the worst delivery, but that was dispatched with interest. Everyone just watched that in awe.
A brilliant over for the batting side. Not so for the bowlers. Very quick out there, managing to stop it and preventing 4 runs.
Wait there.
Just threw the shot too early.
Massive edge.
Keepers.
I, for one, reckon that second run was on, but clearly the batters knew better.
Waiting.
Quick onto that in the infield. Big appeal. Brilliant shot that.
Didn't need to bother about running with timing like that.
Gill, I don't think will be too happy with their bowler at the moment. Huge edge. Brilliant bowling. Having got the edge the previous ball, they now know the areas they need to be hitting.
Wait.
Sharma will be frustrated with that shot. The ball was there to hit, but couldn't find the gap.
Wait on.
It was a nice-looking shot, full and in the slot, just couldn't find the gap.
Wait.
Good piece of fielding to stop some runs.
Unable to get the scoreboard moving.
Yep.
Onto the front foot and punched it nicely. Would have hoped to find the rope.
The end of another over. This time, though, some more fielding changes. Coming as the restrictions are lifted.
The captain making some adjustments to the field here.
Yep.
They'd look for a couple here.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
Wait.
Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring.
Yep.
Onto the front foot early, placed it perfectly into the gap. Timed it nicely for 4 more.
Yep.
Edge. Amazing delivery.
Bowler, bowler.
Decisive running might have gotten 2. Looking back at it, I'd say they'd have made it easily. So in the end, poor running.
Wait. Wait.
End of the over. 7 off it. Hyderabad are 2 for 54. Going with spin now.
Yep.
Just a little bit wide. Well picked up. And let the ball do all the work, really, just to nudge it down towards third.
Waiting.
Finds the fielder with that shot. absolutely nailed it.
Just a little bit of room given. The power was immense. That has flown over the... boundary. Some adjustments to the field.
Yep.
Well placed. Should get a single.
A little late on that. No run scored.
End of the over. 9 off it. Hyderabad are 2 for 63. Thick edge. Time to keep the pressure on now. Great last ball to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot.
Keep us in.
It's easy runs there at this level when you stray a little down the leg side. Tucked it nicely off the pads for more runs.
Wait.
Straight to the fielder.
Yep, yep.
Got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot and good running.
Wait.
Maybe they didn't pick it up. Very late on that shot.
That's the over. Hyderabad are 2 for 67. In the air. Looks to be landing safely.
Fine placement and enough timing to get that ball away to the boundary.
Yep.
There'll be runs here.
Ball is in.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
Yep.
Nice shot. Runs possible.
Yep.
Great shot. At least one on offer.
Ballers.
Exquisitely done on the front foot. A gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
Drives and misses everything.
That's wild. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. It's poor play.
Wait.
The over comes to an end. Not many runs coming from it. Both sides need to inject some life into this game.
Wait there. That's it.
Super shot that.
Well, that was a really solid shot. Read the length early to get onto the front foot, and that raced away for 4.
Yep. Waiting. Yep.
Good bit of timing there.
Solid partnership, 50 so far. Now it's time to really build a big score.
Yep.
End of the over. 12 runs coming from it. Hyderabad are 2 for 86.
Yep, yep.
Flew away with pace. Brilliant timing.
And that brings up 51.
That's a really good half century. Ensured the strike rate's maintained. Pushed on really, really well. A few moves made in the field.
Yep.
Big shout.
Yep.
Gone right through the defences.
This innings just cut short before it really flourished. It really looked like it'd be moving on to a big, big score, but not to be.
Crying wolf is not the best approach. It'll just annoy the umpire.
Just can't seem to get the ball away. That's the third dot ball.
7 runs added there. Hyderabad are 3 for 93. We've seen good control and spin from this bowler. Looking forward to seeing what they can do here.
Yep, yep.
Brilliant diving stop.
Right in the slot. Probably hit it too hard. Crunched it straight to the fielder.
Yep.
That gets things going. Just nice to get settled, start to get your first runs.
Yep.
Edged it.
Yep.
Chance to run 2. Loud shout.
Yeah, yep.
End of the over. 6 runs coming from it. Hyderabad are 3 for 99. Couldn't get it through the field.
Confusion written on the batters' faces. A mix-up that almost led to a run-out.
Yeah, yep. Yep.
Nicked it. A wonderful delivery. To get the edge. They've got to keep hammering away at that spot time and again.
Bit of a change-up in the field now.
Yeah, yep.
Edge. What a ball.
Really, really good running from these two batters. Played it safe, though. Stick with 3.
Yep.
End of the over. Hyderabad are 3 for 107. Knocks them over. First ball of the over.
It's another wicket, the 4th. Sometimes you just have to accept that you couldn't do anything about a delivery.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here. There'll be 1 run here for them.
Not wasting any time, they're off the mark straight away.
Yep. Keeper.
Doesn't beat the infield. It's getting to where this is becoming a problem. It's obvious it isn't out, but they appeal anyway.
Well bowled, but that's another super shot. Onto the front foot, presented the full face of the bat and got it into the gap and all the way to the rope.
Yep.
They'll get at least 1.
That was a solid shot. Driven off the front foot, fantastic cricket shot. Probably deserved more from it.
7 runs added in that over. Hyderabad are 4 for 114. Rutherford has the ball in hand. The captain will be hoping they can tie down one end. Runs have been flowing a little too easily. Strong appeal. Strokes it languidly away to the fence. A lovely shot.
Avoided the fielders, 1 bounce and 4. Fantastic shot.
Always difficult to focus after what happened last ball. But you just got to stay positive and believe the wicket will come. Edged. Let's see if they can get the ball up into the slot like before. So crucial to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure. Caught. Did very well to hang on. Not a lot of room so close to the boundary.
An innings that promised much and really, in the end, delivered very little. Pretty disappointing all round. Immediately underway with some runs.
Can't get that outside the ring field.
Not a great delivery, got it full and lucky not to be hit to the boundary. I, for one, reckon that second run was on, but clearly the batters knew better.
Hit that hard, nailed it.
There was a bit of width on that, and they've climbed into the shot to send it up and over for 6.
comfortable single if they take it.
Not a smart decision, you feel, not to run there. Mustn't have a lot of faith in their partner, if you ask me.
Rutherford from the north end.
Yep.
That's right off the meat of the bat.
Crunch on the front foot and bang. Gone all the way.
Wait there.
Quick onto that in the infield.
Yep.
Head over the ball. Great shot. That's racing away.
Picked up 4 with a lovely shot off the front foot.
Yeah.
Huge edge. Brilliant bowling. Having got the edge the previous ball, they now know the areas they need to be hitting.
Up.
Big edge.
Keeper. Yep.
Massive edge. End of the over. 13 runs coming from it. Hyderabad are 5 for 143.
Yeah.
Perfect technique and placement.
Just perfection, a majestic shot. You just cannot hit it any better than that. Raced away to the boundary.
Yeah.
Good piece of fielding to stop some runs.
Did well just to get it down towards third for some runs.
Stumping! Oh!
You can't skip down the pitch and then do a complete air shot. How that isn't a stumping, I'll never know.
Up. Yep.
Power and precision in that shot.
Quick to get onto that sweep. It was beautifully placed and beautifully struck for 4.
Wait there.
Firmer shakes their head. It was there to be hit, but couldn't make the most of it.
End of the over. 10 runs coming from it. Hyderabad are 5 for 153. The right armour is coming on to bowl from the north end.
Yep.
Simple as you like. Didn't bother to look at more than one delivery in the over.
This innings just cut short before it really flourished. It looked like it'd be moving to a big score, but it's not to be.
Yep.
Got all of it, and for 6.
That ball has been hit. It's flown into the crowd. To get that much power coming forward on the front foot is ridiculous.
Yep.
Patel takes guard. Been in pretty good touch lately. You wouldn't want to let them get away early with some easy boundaries.
And they're away and nicely off the mark.
Yep.
Very quick out there, managing to stop it and preventing 4 runs.
Yep.
End of the over, 10 off it. Hyderabad are 6 for 163. And that's the end of the innings. Gujarat have been set a target of 164 runs. There's a lot of time to get these runs. It's a fairly decent total. Plenty of options. Don't need to do anything flashy. Just get themselves in and build the run rate.
Yep. No!
Lovely shot to start the innings. Unfortunate they just couldn't find a gap.
Yep.
That's out.
Yeah!
Caught.
Just managed to clasp their hands around that one. Disappointment for the batter, joy for the bowler. Another wicket down, this one without scoring.
Yep.
Well placed. Should get a single.
Gujarat get started with one. I'm extremely excited to see how this match progresses. Two sides that are really aggressive.
Yep, yep.
Straight to the fielder.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected. That's a tough call for the bowler. I thought that was there to be hit.
Yep.
Right off the middle of the bat.
Well, that was just textbook. Finds the space and power to lift that ball over the top, and it just keeps going.
Beaten on the drive.
Misses out there on the short and wide one.
That's the over. Gujarat are 1 for 9. Cummins, the pace bowler, coming into the attack.
Yep, yep.
Pushed nicely into the covers. Might go all the way.
That was pure elegance. Right out of the textbook, that shot.
I'd like to see them aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms.
Yes.
Out!
Yeah!
What a catch!
It's the sort of dismissal that sees the momentum swing back to the bowler. Gone, but not for many.
Difficult period as they come to the wicket. They'll take plenty of time to set themselves up before facing their first ball. That's really high. Don't think anyone is close.
Got their head right in line with the ball. A beautiful strike there, down the ground.
Nicely played.
Perhaps that slipped out of the hand a little during the release. Gill didn't mind and sent it high and handsome over the boundary rope for 6.
Drives and misses everything.
A bit of frustration after that shot. Went after it, but just couldn't lay a bat on it. Nice running between the wickets, clipping the pads, not the bat though.
Cummins doing really well to keep the pressure on these two. Another good over of bowling.
Wait on.
Finds the fielder with that shot.
Short and wide. Did well to get some bat on that.
That's right out of the middle of the bat.
Gets onto the front foot, and that shot is full of aggression. Sent high and long over the rope.
Misses everything.
A reckless heave. This batter is usually a bit more elegant in their stroke play than this. Poor batting.
Good bit of timing there.
That is a masterclass of batting. Reads the length, gets forward and dispatches that to the boundary. That was a tremendous delivery. Fizzed through to the wicketkeeper. No more short balls this over.
Absolutely nailed it.
Just missed the line. Not the worst delivery, but that was dispatched with interest. Everyone just watched that in awe.
A real beauty. Just times it so well.
No point running for that one. That was 4 off the bat. Beautiful shot off the front foot.
Questions will begin to be asked. Should the captain make a change? A big over that one. Too many loose deliveries.
And with that, they're off the mark.
Yep.
Nice shot. Runs possible.
No!
Really raced between the wickets after it was clipped away nicely behind square.
Great shot. At least one on offer. Wow, that's missed the lot.
Cummins with a superb delivery. Got them trying to drive, but messing everything up.
That has gone very, very high. Might be safe.
It was just a little bit too full, and it was beautifully timed.
Yep.
Great shot. Great timing.
That went all the way up toward the grandstand for 4, driven away nicely.
11 runs added there. Gujarat are 2 for 56. Patel, the right armour, is coming into the attack from the south end. There'll be runs here. And gone. That's a fantastic catch.
So that's the 3rd wicket down. Not a happy person walking off the field. There's a real feeling of disappointment.
Wait there.
Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring.
Yep.
Really good shot there.
Top-class innings, been playing very nicely out there, and that brings up the half-century.
Yep.
Well timed, but there's a fielder out there.
Good precision with the throw, back from the deep. Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
Yep. No!
There's a run here, surely.
Hit that well off the back foot, but couldn't beat the field.
Yeah.
High, high, high in the air. This should be an easy chance. Out. Pretty straightforward catch in the end.
Another one gone. The 4th wicket is in the bag. A bit of trouble if there was another to fall quickly. We've seen some very good bowling.
A lot of pressure coming to the crease. Not had the best of weeks leading up to this game, and will want to show everyone their strength.
Yep.
Superbly played through the covers for 4.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was no point chasing that.
It can be very disheartening seeing good deliveries smacked around. Sometimes you just got to accept it and move on.
They were wise to the run there. Excellent call. It was off the pad and they got through quickly.
Yep. Yep. No!
Couldn't get it through the field.
Well, not a great delivery. Got it full. Lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
Yep.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here. There'll be one run here for them.
Got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot. Good running.
Nice shot.
Well, enough leverage there to get a good swing of the arms under it to get it over the rope.
End of the over. Time for a little bit more freedom in the field. The captain can push this field a bit deeper now.
Yeah.
3 more players able to go outside the circle.
Well, they never really got in the right position for the drive for that one. A bit of a loose shot in my reckoning.
Yep.
Doesn't beat the infield.
Exquisitely down on the front foot. A gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
Yep. Yep. No!
That would have been a very risky single. In the end, a good decision to stay put. Moving well between the wickets, great running, fantastic running, but it's leg byes to the total.
Yep.
A brilliant throw-in from the deep caps off what was a fabulous piece of fielding. Decisive running might have gotten two. Looking back at it, I'd say they'd have made it easily, so in the end, poor running.
Middle that one. Great timing.
Nothing really wrong with the delivery. Got onto the front foot and found the space to get that one to the boundary.
Yep.
Smeared away. Don't think it'll go all the way.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was absolutely no point in chasing that.
Yep.
They've picked the gap. Perfect timing.
Well, it was hammered away, timed perfectly and placed into the gap.
Cummins, I don't think, will be too happy with their bowler at the moment.
Yep.
They'll get at least one. What great reactions. Brilliant catch close in.
Starting to get really interesting now. That's the 5th wicket, and a very frustrated person is heading back to the pavilion.
And with that wicket, we'll see a change out in the middle. Khan, whose first task is getting themselves settled. A change to the complexion of this match. Got to get the new batter coming forward early, encouraging them to drive and really attack the stumps.
Khan gets off the mark.
A brilliant over for the batting side. Not so for the bowlers. The right-arm medium bowler is coming into the attack from the south end.
Khan will be frustrated with that shot. The ball was there to hit, but couldn't find the gap.
Into the gap. Nice shot.
Bowler!
A couple on offer here.
Onto the front foot and punched it nicely. Would have hoped to find the rope.
Yeah!
Good throw from the deep. On target. Bit of a mix-up, but no harm done this time.
Yep!
Chance to run 2.
Good running. Just finding the gap, and that allows for rotation of the strike and keeping pressure on the bowlers.
Yep!
Just need to settle down. The timing is off. These deliveries are there to be hit, but it's a time for cool heads.
Yeah!
That would have been a very risky single. In the end, a good decision to stay put.
End of the over. 4 off it. Gujarat are 5 for 100.
Yep!
A little late on that. No run scored.
Yeah!
Great shot, but it's not going to beat the fielder.
Good return there, back from the deep. Did well just to get it down towards third for some runs.
Yeah!
Great shot through the gap. Perfect timing.
Just perfection, a majestic shot. You just cannot hit it any better than that. Raced away to the boundary.
Yep! Yep!
Quick onto that in the infield.
Just a little bit wide, well picked up. And let the ball do all the work really, just to nudge it down towards third.
Hyderabad found some good rhythm in that over. They'll want to maintain it going forwards. Picks the gap perfectly.
Keeper! Yep!
They'll push hard, should get back for 2.
Keeper!
Beautiful slow delivery, just hitting air on that one. That was just too good.
Yep!
Edged it. Big appeal. And taken by the wicket-keeper. Brilliant bowling to get the edge.
Really getting towards the tail enders now. 6th wicket gone. There's not a lot left in this lineup.
With the fall of that wicket, we have a new batter at the crease. Rutherford will be looking to make a strong start to their innings.
And they're away and nicely off the mark.
Yep!
surprised they didn't go for a third. Would have been a very simple run.
7 runs added in that over. Gujarat are 6 for 116. The right armour is coming into the attack from the north end. Good shot, has found the gap.
4 runs. They were so still at the crease. Just a slight movement forward. Fabulous shot.
Great shot through the gap.
Well, what a lovely shot. It flew to the boundary. That's clearly not the type of delivery to be bowling here.
Yes.
Can't get that outside the ring field.
Well, that could have ended horribly, but very good. Fast running between the stumps gets them home.
Yeah.
Good batting, get an opportunity to score and take it.
Decide against the second way too late. I think they would have been well short if they'd carried on.
Yes.
Well placed, should get a single.
Was that just a bit lazy with the running? Usually there'd be 2 there. Need to take a bit more initiative out there.
Yeah.
Immaculate timing there.
Well, that was a very solid shot. Read the length early to get onto the front foot, and that raced away for 4.
Gujarat weren't given much of an opportunity. A very tidy over.
Yep.
Onto the front foot. Super shot. Should be 4.
One of those ones where you really have to make sure you watch it all the way onto the bat. Picked up the slower one nicely.
Yes.
Decide against the second, way too late. I think they'd have been well short if they had continued.
Yeah.
Huge shot. That's a massive shot. Just incredible.
The runs are starting to come now. Really good shot for 6. This innings is starting to build.
Yep. Yes.
I don't think there was any bat on that as they come through for the single.
In the air. Looks to be landing safely.
It was in the gap, pretty much all the way along the ground to the boundary rope. Off to a good start now.
End of the over. 17 runs coming from it. Gujarat are 6 for 148. A new bowler is coming into the attack.
Yep.
Got that away nicely.
Just need one of the cameramen to send that one back. A little bit of width, but clinically put away.
Yes.
Just about timed that perfectly.
You could see by how it whistled away to the boundary just how sweetly this was timed.
Rutherford is really starting to get on top of this bowling. May need a few changes to halt this momentum.
Yes.
That's right out of the middle of the bat.
Well, a lovely shot. Really good timing. Out of the middle, and it raced to the boundary.
The last one helped the scoring rate, making their intentions clear.
Yes.
Confusion written on the batters' faces. A mix-up that almost led to a run-out.
Misses everything.
That's wild. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. It's poor play. Khan shakes their head. Was there to be hit, but couldn't make the most of it.
End of a high-scoring over. Beautiful batting. After hitting the boundary that many times, confidence is high out in the middle.
Not a great delivery, got it full and lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
Drives and misses everything.
Nicer, slower delivery, straight past the bat, beauty of a ball.
Yep.
.50 comes up between these two. They're starting to form a really strong partnership. Great work from these two, really strong batting. They've looked really comfortable. That win never looked in doubt from very early in the match. It's been a great performance and a deserved win.
That ended up being an easy win in the end, just staying ahead of the game all the way through. Goodbye from all of us in the commentary box, and see you soon.